Several important characters met brutal ends in the appropriately gruesome finale of Paramount Plus' MobLand's first season. Although there was violence throughout the first season of the brutal crime thriller, literally from the first scene, the season finale of MobLand saw the bodies actually pile up as the conflict between the Stevensons and the Harrigans came to a violent conclusion. The conflict was brought to a speedy stop because of Harry Da Souza being 2 steps ahead of everyone else, as usual, which also enabled most of the Harrigans to make it through unhurt. It's important to note that, in typical gang show fashion, a large number of the characters that were slain in the finale did so as a result of their own plans failing. Throughout MobLand's first season, the conflict between loyalty and treachery was a recurring motif, and the rats were typically found out and put out in due time. That contrast between loyalty and betrayal will almost certainly remain a central theme in the overall plot if Season 2 is approved, and those who are on the wrong side will probably end up dead. DC and DS Fisk in Episode 9 of MobLand, Alice, Mukasa's undercover spy, plunged herself in the belly of the beast. Toby Jones' Colin Tattersall reveals that Alice's true identity is Nicola. Alice was able to gather DNA for Tattersall to use at a crime scene and to frame the Harrigans by accepting Conrad's dinner offer, which was clearly intended to gauge her true intentions. She became Tattersall's loose end, unfortunately, and he had a goon use what looked like chloroform or something similar to knock her unconscious. It's vital to note that we only ever see Alice drugged unconscious and driven away by Tattersall's accomplice. Since there is no proof that Alice/Nicola is indeed dead, it is possible that she will make a comeback in a later season. It is more possible that the informant was slain off-screen and that the filmmaker only used the technique to set Tattersall's procedures apart from the gangster's ultraviolence. O'Hara was employed by the ever-shrewd Harry to set up Richie and all of his men. He ordered O'Hara instruct Richie to take his troops to O'Hara's office, where Richie thought an ambush would be waiting for them, and to the Harrigan safe house, where there were undefended Harrigans. While Zosia and Kiko used a grenade in the safe house, Paul put a bomb in O'Hara's office to instantly kill the Stevenson soldiers. In order to murder the few troops that were still guarding Richie, Harry and Kevin went straight to his pub. In the aftermath of the safe house blast, Harry's weapons specialist made a foolish action that ultimately led to his death. Following the grenade's detonation, he and Zosia went into the room to eliminate any remaining survivors. They succeeded in eliminating all but one. The last soldier Kiko checked was shot in the chest when Kiko turned him over to check on him because he had a weapon concealed beneath his body. He passed away without saying anything final, leaving Zosia to grieve. He bled out rapidly. In the MobLand season finale, Richie, who had remained calm and collected in the wake of his son and wife's murders, finally gave in to his thirst for vengeance. After a year of devoted devotion, Richie had enough faith in O'Hara to think he had outwitted Harry by setting up a trap rather than the other way around. Regretfully, O'Hara had deceived him, leaving him mostly defenseless and his troops dispersed over London to be destroyed. Kevin and Harry found it easy to attack his fortress and shoot him dead. Harry used O'Hara to finally set Richie and his guys up when he proved her betrayal. Harry managed to turn her allegiance to Richie into one last, massive lie by sending her to him using a little reverse psychology. O'Hara stayed at Richie's side as his men were slaughtered, and when Kevin and Harry attacked his office, he used her as a human shield. But knowing she could never be trusted again after her betrayal of the Harrigans, Harry blasted through O'Hara to reach Richie and killed her with a bullet to the forehead.